Ladies and gents, I bring it to you, one of the most anticipated ones, I think, for a first look, is the Frost Death Knight. The DK is, of course, incredibly popular, and it's not surprising that many people wanted to see how it's looking, how it's changed. Is it okay? Please don't affect my precious Death Knight. And I'm glad to say, as I look down here on my sheet, is that at the top of it, it says in big letters, this was easily the most fun I've had in the alpha so far. And it was by a long, long way, I've got to say. I think close enough was the Rep Paladin. The Frost Death Knight right now has no negatives. From what I can tell, from no negatives whatsoever, only positives coming back. There was nothing I felt was wrong, being used incorrectly, needed twerking? Wow, I don't know why that's in my head. Damn you, Miley. Nothing that needed tweaking or anything like that. It was just an absolute joy, a pleasure to level. I thoroughly just had a blast through it all the way. Once again, it went into its stride, which was it could deal with any scenario, it could deal with any situation, whereas some of the rare mobs I farmed pretty much a lot, not farmed, but I killed every rare mob I came across, and there are a lot in the Warlords of Draenor Alpha. I just dealt with that situation more adequately than I can ever think I did on any other class. There was no counter to the power of the Death Knight. So on top of that, what are the extra positives? The ability pruning has gone well. The merging of Blood Boil and Pestilence and all that kind of stuff into just one handy-dandy little sauce has worked out really well. There was no difference. It didn't feel awkward. It didn't feel iffy. It didn't feel like I was doing something wrong. Now, here's the biggest change I want to give you to this quick look, and hopefully it's not something that's going to peter out as we move up to level 100 and stats get a little bit more stretched and weakened and all that kind of stuff, is that the downtime is gone. From the Frost Death Knight. The downtime has been reduced dramatically from the Frost DK. It was the biggest thing that people complained about when the Frost Death Knight was mentioned. Frost Death Knight has this downtime. How do I eliminate the downtime, Preacher? I gave you some tips about balancing resources to make sure you generally always have something to do. And this time, guys, the way they've developed it, the way your runes regenerate, I'm using Runic Empowerment for my leveling. It's far more useful to me than the Blood. So this time around, even in consistent fighting, I just did not run into these downtime periods. It didn't happen, and it was the first thing I noticed because the actual fighting style of the Frost DK felt much quicker. It felt much smoother. I felt like I was taking advantage. I felt like I had always something to do, and I haven't felt like that on a Frost DK in a very, very long time, until I was like literally dripping in gear and maximum gear capped and had ridiculous amounts of haste. This time round, I just had the basic item level 500 pre-made, few extra bits of drops that I've picked up along the way, and it was more than enough to dominate. Even if the damage of each individual ability has been scaled back to accommodate the fact that it's much faster, I don't care. This downtime aspect of it that we're always fighting against seems to be gone. For now. For now, it seems to be gone. It's a pleasure, an absolute joy. So if you're looking to your Frost DK and you're hoping they don't change too much with it, the only changes I can see are really, really positive, really good. So happy. I gotta say, I'm so happy, man. The Frost DK is such a joy to play, and to see it react like this is so good. It's so good. There you go, a little first look at the Frost Death Knight, guys. Bye.